It's your friendly neighbourhood moving, and I apologise if I do seem a little bit croaky on these past couple of videos, but I am recovering from a heavy cold. Unfortunately, I have been diagnosed with arthritis, and any cold or flu symptoms that I do get will floor me because of the medication that I'm on, but I don't have any aches and pains in the morning, so it's the first one I've had in 6 weeks. Anyway, this video, again, dedicated on my channel to all things original content. So you've got the PWA universe, where I release all my CAWs from, but I do provide content which is educational on how you can improve your game when you're creating original content. And we're going to have a look at face textures, my 5 top tips and how you can improve your face texture work. These are things that I probably have covered already in videos, or will be covering in more depth as we go along, but I'm going to put these 5 tips out there now for you to follow. Now, if you are new to the channel, why not give me a like and a subscribe, and for following more content like this. We're going to be launching videos regarding universe modes, so you can take part in them. A regular feature on Twitch with the CAW review, where I help you recreate your CAWs if need be, or score you out of 10. And we do just have community streams as well, so it's your CAWs versus my CAWs, AI versus AI, and we just have a chat and a laid back atmosphere while that is going on. So without further ado, we'll get into these 5 simple tips that I'm going to use. The first one that I would say is you need to use a template. Now, I know in one of my videos I've probably been the one who's championed the face app version of making face textures, but I always use that and then I go in depth on PC. Now, if you are using PC, I would really suggest you go and get yourself a template if you're not using one already. Now, I don't mean just a default texture, a template like the one I normally use by Diffract. Now, I will link it in the description below where you can get that template, but it breaks down in the colours as well. So, as you can see in previous videos, you can see me working, and you can see all the different colours as well to match up closely enough before you then start playing about with colour temperatures and stuff like that. With one of these, usually they have references of where you put the eyes and the nose and the mouth line, and it makes it a lot easier. I have had best results recently with using Diffract's face texture plus the Daddy Default texture, and that's WWE 2K's 23 catchphrase on this channel is Daddy Default. Anyway, number 2, I would say the reference is key. Now, you can see where I am at the moment. I would say I'm in even lighting. If I turn this one right up and this one maybe to a different colour, I'm even lighting all around. There's no blemishes apart from just my actual skin tone. But if I was to put maybe that one back to where I normally have it, and then bring this one down when it works, you can see now I've got this shadowy effect on one side of my face. Now, I do commissions to face texture, and this is a common thing that people send me as a selfie. One side is lit, or one side is dark. Overexposure is harder to work with. This probably isn't too much to work with, but if you're not using a good face texture reference, it's going to be hard work going forward because you need to make a lot of adjustments. Now, going into adjustments, that's number 3 on my list. Adjustments, if you are going to do them, only do them in small batches. Now, I would actually advocate for opening a separate layer on your editing suite, and just mainly under the eyes here, and maybe this, I always get this spot here on a lot of mine, this light here on the end of your nose. Just little adjustments to take some blemishes and things like that out of the face texture. Adjustments, but if you are going to use them, I would just say you need to use them sparingly and little by little, messing about with opacity and things like that. Again, these are things you can ask me on my streams and things like that. And I'm going to go into them in depth in more videos as well. If I haven't done so already, check the Face Texture 101 series of videos and just go back from the start because it does cover most of these points in there. Morphing is number 4. Morphing time. Now, in number 4, morphing, and that's something I've released recently on how you can upload your image and morph it in game. The morphing is key to make your face texture stand out better than the next person, and the next person, and the next person. I have a mission to try and be better than those around me, so people are drawn to my work, because I do want to have a side earning of this, but that's just me. I want to be the best of the best. And without morphing, you're never going to be, because anyone can put a face texture these days and put it on a wrestler, but then not do any morphing. You can just see that it's a Daddy Default texture. So I would say get to grips with in-game morphing, get to grips with lining everything up. And if you're doing someone in real life, you need references from the side, and you probably need references from that side as well, and as long as with the face as well. And take your time when you are doing it. Don't rush through it. Take your time, have patience, and it will come. And that leads me into my last point, number 5. Practice makes perfect. Learn a program like Photoshop or GIMP, which I use. Use tutorials from this channel, from other channels on YouTube. You don't just need to listen to me. I am not the be-all and end-all when it comes to this sort of stuff. I do like to think I am one of the better ones, and a lot of people do agree with me. And I do help, and that's what this channel is all about, is getting everything back up there. But I even paid to look at people's Patreons, like Diffract is probably the one most people go to, and I learned a lot. So it is worth having maybe a couple of months subscription to somebody else's Patreon who's much better than yourself who's doing it. But it will come. Get yourself to grips with a Photoshop or GIMP like myself, and you'll find once you get used to all the tools, using tutorials, not just on the face texture, but just tutorials in general, and you will come no end in finding stuff to do and improving all the time. And once you do start improving your workflow, and once you have improved to a certain level, you'll find it easier every time you make a face texture. You'll have your own method of doing it, and then that's the point. Like myself, you can give back to the community and do videos and stuff like this. I've earned over £200 in the last couple of months just by doing face textures and stuff for other people, and I'm only on around 1,000 subscribers. So there is a business you can actually create if that's something you're wanting to do. That's me personally. It's something on the side that I am doing. I don't ever see it as something that will make me quit my job, but it might buy my golf clubs every summer. You never know. I am the friendly neighbourhood Moomin. Let me know in the comments if any of these tips were useful. Give me a like and subscribe before you go. And if you do want to take part in the content yourself, it is a community-based stream. It is a community-based community where I do entice and encourage other people to join in with what I'm doing. We have the Chad Versus series, which is your wrestlers going up against my best. We have other series of videos. I do highlight original content on a regular basis, and I am the place to be. Thank you very much for popping by. I am the friendly neighbourhood Moomin, as I've said, and I'll see you soon.